Thanks for tuning in. This video is going to be about the Texas Realtor Seller's Disclosure Notice, the required disclosure here in Texas, and it's the one that we actually use. There's two or three. You can actually use this one. You could use the one from the Texas Real Estate Commission is another one that's used, and there are several brokers that use their own and a couple of real estate boards that have their own. This is just the one that we choose to use. Of the two, it is the one that discloses the most, and we'd rather over disclose than under disclose. So give me just a second. I'm going to flip this over where I can share my screen, and we'll go through this right quick. All right, so Texas Realtor Seller's Disclosure Notice concerning the property at, obviously I have blacked out the address for privacy reasons. First thing it wants to know, seller is or is not occupying the property. If it's not, then how long has it been vacant, or how long has he not occupied the property, like in the event of a rental property or something like that, or never. Section 1, the property has the items marked below. So this is where you can get an idea of what's going on with all these different things here. Let you take a look at those. Down here, central AC, we know that it does have that, and that it's electric, and it has 2 units. Go down here, central heat. We know that it does have central heat, and that it's gas heat, and has 2 units. So that's kind of good to know going in. Fireplace and chimney. A lot of this stuff is just for FYI. Here's another one, water heater, gas water heater. Also, just has 1 water heater. All right. Next question, water supply supplied by whatever it is here. Was the property built before 1978? Yes or no? If it's yes, there's a separate addendum regarding lead-based paint that the seller and buyer both have to sign. The type of roof that it has on it and the age. If I looked at this property as your buyer's agent and saw a 12-year-old roof, we would immediately get a roofer out on the property just as soon as we possibly could. Overlay question, aware of anything that needs to be that is in need of repair? He marked no here. If it was yes, it'd obviously spell that out here. Are you aware of any defects or malfunctions in section 2 in any of the following? And it goes through here. The only one that he's marked here is windows, and it goes down here and gives some more explanation. Windows require force in opening and closing. That's usually the sash balances. But anyway, section 3, are you aware of any of the following conditions? So aluminum wiring, asbestos, all this weird stuff. Improper drainage, he marked here. Also settling and soil movement, and they probably go together. Previous foundation repairs, there it comes. And then he goes and he lists here what the problems were and what repairs happened. Are you aware of any equipment or system in the property that's in need of repair? The little Rainbird sensor that shuts off the sprinklers has never been operative. You mark that here. Section 5 is all about flood insurance, and they have gotten really specific about flood insurance. This in this most recent update they did a couple of years ago. They spend the whole section here, and then spend another half or quarter of a page up here telling you what the different floodplain areas are. And then ask if there's ever been a flood claim filed. Section 7 talks about FEMA or SBA, flood damage to the property. And then Section 8, are you aware of any of the following? So room additions, things like that. This is where they disclose about the HOA, how much is paid, how much is due, that kind of thing. And then any other notices, lawsuits, ask about that there. Section 9, if you have a survey, it's attached to this document as well. Within the last 4 years, have you had any written inspections? And it's had one. It looks like just a regular general property inspection, most likely when they bought the property. So that would need to be listed here, plus any other inspections, roof inspection, anything that's written would go in this section here. Section 11 talks about tax exemptions. Obviously, if you do not file a homestead when buying this house, the taxes are going to be higher. If this person had a senior exemption that you didn't qualify for, the taxes are going to be higher, et cetera, et cetera. Section 12 asks if you ever filed a claim for damage other than flood damage with an insurance company. That's there. Ever received proceeds? And usually what we'll see here is going to be roof claims will be in there. This talks about working smoke detectors in section 14. These are just some additional notices. Paragraph 6 down here is kind of handy. All the utilities and phone numbers are here. So when you get ready to move into the house, you've got that information readily available. So anyway, as a buyer, this is very important to know all these things before you make your offer. Could make a difference, may not. Anyway, hope you learned a little something from this. And if you have any questions about this or any other documents that you may or may not need to know about, you can reply. Phone number and email will be somewhere in this video, and reach out to us that way. Thanks again for watching.